Hello people. Haven't seen me in a while, have you? Anyway, this is the first episode of 8nonEmus Knowledge. This is a new series I hope to make a lot. It is about shit you never knew, but want to know. So let's get started with a question people never asked. Why are we ticklish? Well, it's easy to explain. You are ticklish because it teaches you proper self-defense skills. Notice how our most ticklish spots are also the most sensitive. And when you are scared, you tend to curl up in a ball? What a coincidence. People who study this are called goiologists. Anyone else notice that you can't tickle yourself? This is because in a fight, you won't be fighting yourself. So you need like a sparring buddy. Episode 2 coming tomorrow. Hello people, this is the second episode of 8nonEmus Knowledge. In this episode, we will be talking about zombies. What are they? A zombie is an animated corpse brought back by mystical means, such as witchcraft. The term is often applied to describe a hypnotized person who is not awake, or has no self-consciousness. Pretty freaky, huh? But today, the word zombie has been used to describe an undead being in horror fiction. Largely drawn from George A. Romero's 1968 film Night of the Living Dead. Ever since then they have been blowing the fuck up on television shows, graphic novels, movies, and films. The figure of a zombie has appeared several times in fantasy-themed fiction and entertainment. Here is a true story involving zombies in Haiti. In 1937, a woman named Zora Neale Hurston encountered the case of a woman who appeared in a village. And a family claimed she was Felicia Mentor, a relative who had died and been buried in 1907 at the age of 21. Wow. Thoughts scary? No sarcasm. Well, it's time to go. Tune in next time where we will learn about what they don't want you to know about peanut butter. It's gross. Sup people? Peanut butter. We all like it. Some are allergic. The ones who are allergic are lucky. Because they don't ingest, wait for it, insects. Yes, I know. The truth is shocking. The FDA allows for a precise 30 insect fragments every 100 grams of peanut butter. The average American eats about 3,000 grams of peanut butter in a lifetime. Thoughts a lot of bugs? Now listen, if you work for Jif Peanut Butter, or any other peanut butter company, let me tell you something, I don't want a fucking locust crawling out my ass when I'm 65 years old. And I'm not trying to lure customers away from you. I'm just giving my opinion. So I don't want you breaking my door down filled with anger. Just when making your peanut butter, make sure it's not filled with salmonella. Salmonella is an organism that can be fatal infections in young children, or the elderly, and others with weakened immune systems. How do they get in there? Well, some scientists think that animal shit is the most likely culprit. Birds take shits on the roof of the peanut butter factories. Then water washes the shit through cracks in the roof and contaminates the peanut butter. Spread this video with your friends and get the word out. Oh, and also, subscribe to become a member of my stick figure army. Hello people. Think to yourself, have you farted today? Don't be embarrassed. Farts are as old as time. Don't believe me? Mozart wrote a poem about passing gas. The poem says, "At night of farts, there is no lack which let off, forsooth with a powerful crack. The king of farts came yesterday, whose farts smelled sweeter than May." Wow, you fart every day. At least a pint of fart every 24 hours. Even Benjamin Franklin wrote an essay titled, "Fart Proudly." Farts have been in our history for a very long time. But before we go deeper into history class, let's ask the main question. What is a fart? The gas that makes up a fart is coming from all around us. The outside world. We take in that air when we do normal stuff. Like eating, drinking, or even chewing gum. Usually, the gas goes up and goes out as a burp. But if it doesn't, it goes deeper into the digestive system and goes to the rectum, where it comes out your ass as a fart. Let's go deeper into why farts smell like complete shit. The smell comes from organisms of bacteria and microbes that digest food that you haven't, or have not digested yet. And they have their own name. Gut flora. And since they are so much smaller than an average human cell, their numbers are trippy. Gut flora is taking over your body. I know this because your body has 10 trillion cells. And the amount of bacteria and microorganisms living in your body is almost 100 trillion. And while gut flora is digesting your food, it comes up with the reason why farts smell. But they also give you good stuff. Like vitamin K. Now listen up, you fucking girls who say you don't fart. Guys, cover your ears if you don't want to hear the ugly truth. Girls who say they don't fart probably don't count the farts when they sleep. Yep, guys. The prettiest girls release the most silent but deadly farts at night when their muscles are more relaxed. And some filthy ass people discovered the chemicals in a fart of some sort of flammable gas. So these damn rednecks farted into a lighter. And it worked. Now if you think your ass is too classy to fart, and you hold them in, they will get consequences later on. There are 2 ways air can get out your body. As a burp, or a fart. If you hold farts in, they will travel higher in the digestive system and come out your mouth. So you will seriously have fart breath. Well, thoughts about it? Damn. 2 minutes. The longest 8nonEmus knowledge so far. Hello viewers. My blue bunny suit is in the washer. I spilled some carrot juice on it. Thought's not what she said. So what's today's episode? Oh, I keep using my left hand. Speaking of left, how many of you are left-handed? 8nonEmus is left-handed. Barack Obama, Leonardo da Vinci, and Isaac Newton are all left-handed. Only 10% of the world is left-handed. The other 90% of the world is right-handed. And the weird thing about left-handers and right-handers is that it has nothing to do with genes, culture, or religion. So it's kinda-like trivial. But it is up to us. We choose our main hand before we left our mother. Usually the baby is seen sucking its right thumb. But in this shitty world, there's not only lefties and righties, there are some people called ambidextrous. These people are good at using both hands. And the word dexter in ambidextrous means right, and if someone is unable to use either hands, they're called ambisinister. And in Latin, sinister means left, but why should we even have a good hand in the first place? Why can't we just be good in both hands? Because the answer to that question is in the brain. The brain wants to be 100% awesome, so it splits up tasks into specific regions. So if you are a lefty, you control the right side. And if you are a righty, you control the left side of the brain. But remember what I said about people being ambidextrous, you know, being good with both hands. Scientists have found out that those people score lower on IQ tests. A United States president who was ambidextrous was Ronald Reagan. Another thing that scientists have discovered was that depending on what hand you are good with, you have a boost in some skills. Yes. It's true. Lefties are more creative, and are good at typing on a keyboard. Scientists haven't discovered what righties are good at, but I bet it's good. So I guess I will wrap the video up here. Subscribe to become a soldier in my stick figure army.
I just woke up from a good nap. You are probably asking yourself, where is Bunny Man? He has to take a shit. So I'm the one who will take his place for this episode. Today we will talk about dreams. What are they? What is a lucid dream? And a hit movie based on a crazy ass dream. So let's get started, shall we? Before I get started, I mean dreams as in the dreams you have at night. Not as in what you want to be in the future. Usually, when I have a bad dream or a nightmare, I forget almost all of it. Scientists have found out that you forget 95% of your dream, especially within the first 10 minutes after waking up. And then in 1952, somebody made something amazing. Researchers at the University of Chicago found a special type of electrical activity that occurs in specific stages in sleep. The two stages are called REM and REM. REM stands for rapid eye movement, because when you sleep, especially when you dream, your body is parallel-sealed. Nothing moves. But under our eyelids that are closed, our eyes are darting all around the place. That's not the only thing that occurs during REM sleep. Inside your brain, it is mimicking the way a brain works when you are awake. The largest difference being that the reduction of chemicals in your brain, like serotonin or histamine, are blocked, and since they are blocked, you never move when you sleep. Which is why you can dream about flying or fighting ninjas, and you never move an inch in real life. But there are some people who don't have this, so they move around in their sleep. Once, some guy had this. He got up, got dressed, went to the store, and bought dinner. No, it's true, but sometimes you wake up still in REM sleep. You know you're awake, but you are paralyzed, with your eyes open. But when you are dreaming, and you know you are dreaming, it is called a lucid dream. Lucid dreaming is so cool because you step out of reality. So you can fly to wherever you want to go, or marry a donkey, because you control your dream. Quick fact. Lewis Carroll was inspired to write Alice in Wonderland after having a lucid dream.
Hey guys, good news. In 8nonEmus knowledge, it's usually only me, right? But I'm trying to get a special guest to be on this show. Let's get on with the show. Today we will talk about lifespans, or senescence. Who is the oldest living person in the world? The oldest living person in the world is a French woman by the name of Shin-Kao-Mo. Fucking guess what? 37 people who were born in the 1800s are still alive at this very moment. But humans don't make the world go round. Plants need a shot at it too. The oldest living tree clocked in at over 4,600 years old. But humans usually live up to 90 years old. Seems like a long time, but it isn't. Therapists explain. Your brain is programmed to remember epic events in life. Like your first kiss. That's why it feels like your years 1 through 6 are so long. Because you learn so much new stuff, like the first time you see your mother, or your first footstep. So when you do crazy shit, your brain stores that event for further memories. And therapists said life goes slower when you take risks, so go do something new. Subscribe to 8nonEmus if you haven't already. So this brings us to end of the world predictions, like the Y2K scare. Or 2012. 2012 is bullshit. People do shit like dance to Billie Jean on the highway and a frog suit because they want time to be expanded between now and the end. So don't believe end of the world predictions. Especially the 2012 one. Go to 2012hoax.org. It explains. See you next time. Sup viewers, today, we will be talking about the history of games. More specifically, video games. What was the first video game? The earliest known video game was invented by Thomas Goldsmith Jr., an SRA man, on a cathode ray tube amusement device. The patent was filed on January 25, 1947 and issued on December 14, 1948. The game was a missile simulator based on radar displays in World War II. It used analog circuitry, not digital, to control the cathode ray tube, beam and position a little dot on the screen. Screen overlays were used for targets since graphics could not be drawn at the time. For all you PC gamers, Alexander S. Douglas made the first computer game to use a digital graphical display. OXO, also known as Noughts and Crosses, is a version of tic-tac-toe for the EDSC, a computer at the University of Cambridge. It was designed for the world's first stored computer. Sorry this episode was so short. Not that information on Wikipedia, look at my other 8nonEmus knowledge series. Especially the peanut butter one. Do you guys like my new series? If you don't, go away. You will make things better for the both of us. Subscribe, and share with friends. Hello viewers. Today, we will talk about what used to be in perfume. Cover your ears if you don't want to hear the ugly truth. There used to whale vomit in perfume. Scientists called whale vomit ambergris. Ambergris is a solid, waxy, even flammable substance of a grayish-black color. Ambergris produces a foul, marine, shit smell. But, this foul odor goes away over time. The smell fades away and produces a new sweet smell. Ambergris is usually found in the Atlantic Ocean. Ambergris forms in the whale's stomach as a biliary secretion of the intestines of the sperm whale and can be found floating upon the sea, or on the sand near the coast. It can also be found in the abdomens of whales. Because the beaks of the giant squid have been found embedded within lumps of ambergris, scientists worked hard and finally found out that ambergris is produced to prevent the passage of sharp, or hard objects the whale might have swallowed. Ambergris is usually passed out as shit. But whales can't push the shit out, so it goes out through the mouth, and that's why its reputation is whale vomit. Now if you are prone to throwing up at gross things, cover your ears. Ambergris is used as food flavoring. And some people use it as aphrodisiac. And during the Middle Ages, Europeans used ambergris as a medication for headaches, colds, or epilepsy. So thoughts about it. So you guys later. Hey viewers, do you watch TV a lot? Well, you are killing yourself. There are germs on the TV remote. Microbiology professor Chuck Gerba, also known as the germ doctor, say that TV remotes have more germs than the handle of a toilet bowl, bathroom door, and cal buttons. Antibiotic-resistant bacteria on remote controls in hospitals contribute to 90,000 deaths a year. So wait, what? The thing that is most deadly in the hospital is the TV remote. Thoughts trippy. The University of Arizona did studies and found out that the average total bacteria on the remote controls was 320. The average total bacteria on sites in the hospital was 91. The average total bacteria on newly disposed remotes is 8.35. And I have a question. Does anyone in your house have the sniffles? If they do, protect your friend by cleaning the TV remote and refrigerator handle. I was asking about cold germs because scientists have discovered that cold germs are on those places. The cold germs could stay there for 2 days, or more. 60% of the time, there are cold germs on cell phones, TV remotes, and fridge handles. Doctors at the University of Virginia found out that germs usually stay at single-quality hotels. The place where all kinds of dirty-ass people come and hang out. Then the germs wait for the next person. Remember when I was talking about Chuck Gerba? He also found out that there are more cold germs in a hotel than urine, semen, or feces. So I guess thoughts about IT. And again, just like the peanut butter episode, him not trying to put TV remotes out of business. Him just giving power to the people. We can't let these people hide stuff from us like this. We need to take a stand. Like, favorite, and mostly share this video with friends. Share this video with someone who watches a lot of television. This is 8nonEmus, ending the video.